Hello, poppers. Welcome back to another episode of Public Opinion Podcast. Today, you're joined by your host, Shami B, and I have got on the couch with me two phenomenal women, Rushy B and Cassie T. Yes. And this is an impromptu recording because we have just come from Corey All White breakfast party that finished at 5, and we popped up at the studio and thought, you know what?
Why not?
Let's do a thing, right? Let's handle business today. Um, so today we wanted to discuss as women parenting, and the challenges of parenting. I'm gonna start with you, Cassie.
Yeah.
What do you find hardest as a mother of 4?
The hardest part I find is like raising a daughter. Like I think my daughter reminds me so much of myself, and I'm trying to like not be how I was as a child or as a teenager with my mom. I'm trying not to be like that with her. I don't want her to be like that with me because with me and my mom, I was so sneaky. I couldn't talk to her. I couldn't tell her nothing and all of that stuff. Whereas now I've tried to change that. Do you know what I mean? In terms of wanting my daughter to come to me and talk to me about everything and anything. Kind of like be open. Being a parent, I don't necessarily want her to be my friend, but in terms of like for her to be open to me, coming to talk to me. She's 19 now, coming up to 19 in November. So obviously she's an adult, but our relationship has been like up and down and whatever. And it feels different to the other 3 children that I've had because I'm saying when I had her, I was like really young. I was like 19 when I had her. And then when I had the other 3 children, I was much older in a more stable relationship. I was married and everything, so it felt different comparing to when I was raising her. But the difficult part is raising a daughter for me. Hard.
Rush.
I mean, for me, I enjoy my parenting. To be honest, my kids, yeah, they're all different. But I find, again, for me, is my eldest son. That would be my challenge. Because it's like looking in the mirror, looking at him. When I
Exactly.
see him, I see me. You know, it was me and him for a very long time. So 9 years, it was just me and him. Everything was all about us. So when things changed, I think he felt a bit left out. He felt, a bit lone, like, mom had moved on, but for me, it was still my baby, it was still me and him. But obviously, he wasn't reassured enough that it was,
Yeah.
that he was still me and it was always going to be me and him. So, he felt left out, which, we had our ups and our downs and, things happened where, then he felt like he didn't want to be a part of me anymore, which it hurts, because he taught me how to be a mom, and he made me understand that I can be a mother, and it hurts when we drifted apart, because obviously I gave him everything that I had. I gave him all of me. you know I couldn't love him any more than I did, but he just didn't understand, that I have now a new partner, I have 2 other children, maybe a different dad, but he was still mine. He was still part of me. But it's hard. It's hard. He left me for a while,
Yeah.
which it broke me. It
Hard.
really broke me hard. A lot of people don't really know that side of things, but I won't
Because you
talk
keep
about
it
that.
going.
Yeah.
But
You
so
know,
what I've heard is 2 things: raising a daughter, trying to facilitate that relationship where it's transparency, openness. You don't want her to have to sneak around in the ways you
Exactly.
did and not have someone to talk to. And
Exactly.
on the other hand, I'm hearing from Rush B that, changes in a relationship can affect how you parent, or your parent child relationship with that child who has been with you and been your only one
yeah.
for 9 years, even. And then you've moved on now, and it's like for them, it's, yeah, mom's moved on with her life. There's gonna be new people in our family now. How do you navigate something like that? I think for me, the hardest part of parenting was parenting in a home that got broken. So
Mm-hmm.
where my kids grew up with a 2 parent family and having their mum and dad there, a married household, mom, dad doing everything for them, and then it became just mum. I had 2 sons. So having 2 sons, it's hard because I'm thinking, who they're going to look up to now? How is this going to affect them? What will they think? So I had the challenge of being mum and dad at home, and making sure though that they still had love and respect for their dad, even when it was very, 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 very difficult. Yeah. Because when that breakdown happens, you have the issues which surround the children, and then you have the issues which surround the broken relationship. So if those 2 things are not managed properly, we have emotional trauma. We have loads of things just going wrong because the children are taking things on that they shouldn't be taking on. You're trying to navigate the changes in your life because you're going through grief as well. Like, you've now moved from being a married woman or a woman in a relationship with your children's father to not being in a relationship. So how do you co-parent in that way? So there are big challenges in terms of that. On the other hand though, I think for me, in terms of parenting the children, I don't think I'd want another daughter.
Jesus.
Oh no. Oh no.
I have 2 and I'm like,
no. Oh no.
daughter.
I always said I'll have another child, but it has to be a son. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yes.
These little girls
are a challenge.
And you know what as well? Again, you see yourself in these young girls, and you know that they're going through things that you would go through, and then you worry. So I don't know. My daughter is great and everything. Love her to bits. Couldn't ask for a better daughter, but I don't know if the next one may be that.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to, like, you worry about what they would be like in a relationship when they start having relationships, and whether or not someone's going to treat them right, or their first heartbreak. Oh yeah.
Oh no, I feel like my daughter will be the heartbreak.
She'll be doing the heartbreak.
She'll be doing the heartbreak. I see me in her so much. Like, I always say, I don't want a kid that's, rude and outspoken, and I've got one. Is that looking in the mirror?
Yeah,
she challenges me. Even sometimes when I say things to her, and she want to then answer me back, and she want to tell me, no, mum, but why, mum? And I look at her and I want to kill her, but I'm thinking, she's 8. She's got to have a mind of her own, and I don't want to cow them down, as we would say. I want them to be vocal and outspoken, and, don't feel shy to say what's on your mind and how you feel. And that's my daughter.
I think your mum worried about you, Rochelle.
And I'm worried about my daughter.
It's so true.
Auntie Rosie, I know you worried about her.
Yeah.
Because, mate, going into you had to be behind her saying, Rush, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I feel like with girls, it's what's gonna happen.
But my daughter, I think she's got triple it. She's got my mum, she's got me, and she's got her dad's personality. So God help her. Because she's got 3 doses of, like, strong-minded people that's very outspoken, says it as it is, don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? And she is that person. She's 8, and she'll just look at you. She look at you, she don't like you. She just don't like you. You don't give her that vibe. She's just like, she's just not into you. I mean, it's not a good trait to have, but it's just her personality.
Well, she's grounded, and we like it being grounded.
Yes.
Cass, where are you in terms of the transparency with your daughter?
Sometimes I look at my daughter, and I'm like, I call my mom, I'm like, Jesus, was I like this? I swear to God, I was not like this when I was growing up. She's like, yeah, you was exactly like this. And I'm like, Mother, I was nothing like her. Don't get me wrong. When you see my daughter, I'm talking about mainly my oldest daughter, because she's the one that a lot of the transitioning I had to go through a lot of transitioning with her. And, like, when you see her, you think, oh my God, she's so nice. And she's, she have manners to the auntie, she have manners to people, and she's good. But to me, just a lot of back and forth with her. And a lot of times I have to think, like, God, I got 3 more to raise here. And I have to think, prison, raise the other 3. Prison, raise the other 3. Loads of times I have to tell her, like, mate, you're not going to make me go to prison in England. Jamaica's a different story. Do you know what I mean? I did there a long time. But she just always, like, often to say, as you say, your daughter have her own personality. She have her own personality, and she have her own opinion. And, I respect your opinions. But, like, if I say something, I don't need 26 letters of the alphabet. I
Right.
don't need that.
Yeah.
Just meds. Even if you don't want to hear what I'm saying, okay, mom, that's all. You don't need to continue, like, breathe. And then what she do is like, oh, you know you got high blood pressure. Why are you trying to send up your
Oh,
blood
not the
pressure?
gaslighting. Not the
I'm thinking,
gaslighting. Mm-mm. Not you being the problem here.
Yeah.
I am the.
She
Why
switches
do you
it.
do this? Why? And I'm thinking,
It's a you problem.
it's like, Jesus. Sometimes I'm thinking, am I crazy? Like, after call one of my friend, them call somebody, you know, I'll call Shamika sometimes. I'm like, brother, really, that girl, yeah. Breathe. You know, a lot of times I have to do a lot of deep breathing with her. Whereas the relationship that I have with the other three, I love all four of my children. As I said, the oldest one, she's the one that made me become a parent. I had to grow up. You know what I mean? I had to care for somebody else apart from myself. And a lot of times I think I overcompensate for her, being like, obviously, when I had her, you know, the relationship broke down, got into a new relationship, got married, and had my other three children with my husband. But you can't tell my husband that he's not her father, because he's had her since she was 2 years old. Do you understand? So he's like, okay, I've got 4 children and that is it. Whereas she sometimes act like she's there and we are here. Like, and I overcompensate for a lot of things with her. I allow her, because I'm thinking, oh my God, I didn't make the relationship work with her dad, and you know, this is why I do certain things and whatever. And she sometimes will think that, oh, I like the other children more than her. But trust me, if she bleeds, I bleed, if that makes sense. I love her world without end. That's my baby. That's the person who made me, you know, the person that I am today. Do you understand? She's the first one, because if I'd terminated that pregnancy, she wouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't go up and say, yeah, I got almost 19-year-old, this and that, blah, blah, blah. She's taught me a lot. You know, she taught me a lot.
How would you because I think you have that experience, and you also have that experience where you've had a child and then that relationship breaks down and then you've moved on with your life. If you could go back and do anything differently when they were younger, what would you do? Rush, let me kick with you.
I mean, for me, I don't think as such I'll maybe just have it for a different person. I think I'll change the father.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I would 100% change the father in term, because for me, you know, when I don't believe in a parent, you know, bad mouthing another parent. You know, regardless if the relationship didn't work out, it broke down, it's not the child's fault. So I am not the mother to, you know, badmouth the other parent to my child. So I held a lot of things that broke down, you know, my first child's father relationship issues. You know, I held that because I believe that, you know, they will grow up, and in time, when they get of age, they'll find out, you know, what happened, or, you know, what caused the breakdown of the relationship, because I really tried. You know, that relationship was my first proper relationship. You know, broke my virginity, gave me my first child. I thought that was it for me. You know, I was in love until, you know, my eyes was open and I realized this is not love. This is someone trying to control you. This is someone, you know, trying to make you into something that you're not. So for my own sanity, I had to get out of that. You know, and it just so happened that, you know, I had a relationship, you know, with another person that gave me my 2 other children, you know. So if I could have all my children by one person, I would have, you know, but unfortunately it didn't work out like that. My eldest, he didn't realize that you was not excluded from that, because everybody thought that my eldest child was for my current partner, you know, because we have many children together. And, you know, all of those children that I have together don't look at me as stepmom. They all call me mum.
Yeah.
We have a great relationship together. I parent them well as I would my own children. You know, I might have gave birth to 3 children, but I have many other children, you know, because I didn't want to be the stepmother that I had, because I didn't have a good stepmother, you know. And I always said, if I was ever to get in a relationship that had, you know, other children, I would have a different style of parenting. And that's what I have now. You know, I'm close to all of them. I love them all. You know, all of them.
So can we just say
Therapy, Lord.
the other parent can be a problem in this co-parenting thing.
Of course.
And it's important for us to know that, whether it's the man or the woman, if the relationship breaks down, people need to really get out their feelings real quick.
Yeah.
Stop holding on to things.
Yes.
And think about the child, because they're at the heart of what
course.
is supposed to happen
Yeah.
next. So when you've now separated, your ex-partner has made it very difficult to do that co-parenting.
Yes.
And I'm not saying it from a biased standpoint. She did her thing in it. Like, she held it down, made sure that he was part of his child's life and everything else. And when it came to a point where he could use manipulation on the child, he did just that. Yeah. And that is hard when you know that you've been the best person that you can be, and someone could come in and turn a child against you. It's difficult. And then there's also a different aspect where they may not have turned your child against you, but your child's then experienced things where their mental health has been affected, and they're now thinking things. So it's like, it's never a level playing field. It's like, okay, maybe we should just have children with one person, even if that relationship isn't what you want it to be. It's like we're in prison.
Yeah.
We're
and
in
that's
prison.
the thing. I'm not going to be that person.
No.
You're not going to have a hold over me because I feel like, oh yeah, I've got a child with you. I've got to stay with you for that child. I'm not, because for my own sanity, I cannot be the best parent I can be if I stay in that relationship, you know, and I chose myself first, you know, and then for the other parent to think, okay, you know, you're going to tell my child, you know, oh, she loves the stepchildren more, or she loves the other two children more, or, you know, they don't want you in the family. You know, you don't understand the damage you're doing to that child. You know, but me as a mother, as much as I love my son, and it, you know, it takes everything out of me to be, you know, that hard-faced person that I portray sometimes. I've got to make him learn. I've got to make him understand, you know, that mummy was always doing her best. You was my everything. Yes, I had two other children outside of you, but you are the one that made me who I am.
Exactly.
You know? It's also for them to understand that this is adult stuff.
Yeah.
At 10, 11, 12, you're not understanding the world. You see the world as black and white. I've had friends, children who go, oh, why did you break up with Uncle XYZ? That's my ex-partner. Because they couldn't understand how the relationship dynamic worked. And I had to sit with them and say, no, people break up all the time. But even though we're broken apart, our family isn't the same, we're still parents. And I fed that into my children in a way that allowed them that space to understand and grow in some respect. Because when kids are kids, I remember my son said to me, I was sharing an office with a lady and in Croydon, and her son came and he said to my son, he hasn't seen his dad in 3 years. Yeah. And his dad lives in Brixton. When we were leaving to go home, my son came in the car and he's like, Mum, you know he hasn't seen his dad in 3 years and his dad lives in Brixton. I said to him, okay. He said, but how can he not see his dad? He lives in Brixton. How can he not see him? And at that point, it clicked to me that my son didn't know anything outside of seeing his dad.
Yeah.
He didn't know a life that's different to that. He thought every child lived that life because that's what he was accustomed to. So when that was supposed to change, I had to show them that even though that's changing, that's still your dad. Yeah. But you can only hope that dad will still be that dad.
Of course.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And follow that same trajectory that you're on to say, we still love you, because some of these dads become toxic. And I'm not going to say the women don't do it too. They do it. And we're calling out the men and the women
that
who do that when relationships end and block the child from seeing the other partner because they're still carrying feelings about the relationship ending. We've experienced it. We've seen it.
Of course.
And it's hard. So I think the hardest part of parenting is when we start, we think it's going to be this fairy tale. The baby's born. Yeah. We have the big christening, you know, baby's first birthday. Oh, yes, all this great stuff. I mean, some people don't get that, even at the beginning. But I did. And you think it's going to be the next 18 years and it's going to be a fairy tale ending. And then we don't think about the child having to go through parental breakups or anything else until we get to that place. So when we see our daughters now, we're thinking, they're going to have their first heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to go into their relationship that may not work.
Yeah.
They might get married and get divorced.
Yeah.
How will we as parents manage that? Whilst we've been here for like 45 minutes, we've got 2 teenagers, 3 of them, 16, 18, and
17,
19.
18.
17, 18, and 19. And the way we were as aunties and mums in there, they are sick of us because we're like, you went on a date.
With who?
Who
What's
did
the
you go on a
name?
date with?
What's the Instagram
What's his
name?
Instagram handle? And they're looking at us like, what is wrong with you?
Why?
But they don't understand that we're being overprotected because we need to know who these boys are
And we were once that age.
and what they're about.
Yeah.
Because it's rough out in these streets, you know. And they came out there, they're oohing and ahhing until they started to open up. But we want to know, because if we never had anyone telling us about the streets, we want to be the people that are telling them about the streets. Like, and a lot more things are happening now with social media and
everything.
Like, it's the playing field has changed, and they need to understand that we've experienced it. They say that a wise man learns from the mistakes of others.
Of course.
And a foolish man wants to make his own. Yeah? We don't want them making the same. If anything's avoidable, let us tell you. Talk to us. Let us know what's going on in your life, what this young man is saying to you, so that we can say, no, block him. Block the boy. Get rid of him. No, quick and fast, lady.
I'll never
Wait,
forget
do not.
something somebody said to me. Somebody very, very close to me said to me, like, when I had my breakup with my oldest daughter's father, and I said to this person, somebody's very close, and I said, listen, this is what happened to me. You're in a similar situation, like something personal had happened to them, and I was like, listen, God's giving you a second chance. Run. You know what the person said to me? I need to go on the roller coaster and come off it when I feel like it. I'm telling you, there's a in there. Don't step in it, and you're gonna tell me I need to step in it just to see how it feels. From that,
this is how people are.
I'll
Yeah.
never.
You have to be careful because some people reciprocate advice in a different way, you know. So you have to be careful, like who and what you give advice. Do you know what I mean? Because some people might look at it as like, oh, who does she think she is? You know, because it didn't work out for her. Why would you? You know what I mean? We wouldn't work out for me.
I wouldn't in the situation we in right
some
now.
people
But some people like kids.
And this is what these kids want as well. They will turn around and say, let me make my own mistakes. And we're saying, why would you want to do that? Like, honestly.
And we are the aunties, or we are the parent that's, you know, we're vocal, we're down to earth, we listen to our children. Because, you know, for me, from experience, I didn't have that. You know, my father was very strict. You know, couldn't go out on the weekends. I didn't have that life. I can't speak about raving and going out on the town and all of that at young ages.
Where we were at the party today, they started playing higher level, and we were dancing, and I said to my friend, Kalisha, remember we did there mass them time every Friday night? And I looked at Rachel, I was like, you were at
indoors,
home. You were at home with this. Because Audra, you were at home.
At home.
Yes.
Listen, I had free reign. Like, I was outside every night. I was at Hot Mondays in Summer Leighton.
And I don't know nothing about that.
Listen,
Nothing
what
about
do you
that.
mean? I was at Hot Mondays in Summer Leighton. I was at Brockwell Wine Bar on a Wednesday night.
Okay.
But trust and believe. And Mass on a Friday, probably somewhere else. I was at Meantime Lounge on a Saturday, and them times
Oblivious to all
those
of that.
Old Kent Road, Chicago's. But trust and believe that the next morning when I had college, I was at college at 9:00. Yeah. So I use this experience to tell my kids that you can live your life, you can be a social butterfly, but what you need to do is still focus on the things that you need to be doing at this point in your life, which is your education. Adulthood is not running away.
Of course.
It is going to come. And trust me,
It can't
it's an extreme sport.
My daddy used to say, anything you look for 10 years from now, it's still I go out there 10 years ago. So go on your room, go do your work. And that was me.
We need
Do you know
a
what I
little
mean?
bit of
And
social life.
it's still here. 10 years,
remember
nothing
when
has really
I
changed as
was-
everybody's
what was
older.
I was 18. I remember I was going to one of my friends' birthday party. She turned 18, Pastoria. I remember 1 grade minor. And literally, my mom saying to me, you can't go to the party unless you bring your sister with you. My sister is 4 years younger at that time, so I'm 18. She was like 13,
She doing
14. She telling me I have to bring my sister with me. I said, no, can't. But I brought her, stayed there 1 hour, Streatham. Another time she said I could go to my friend's party again. Yeah, that I'm 18 at that time. I got there, party 11 o'clock. I got there 11 o'clock because my friend said, oh yeah, the party start at 10 and them something 11 o'clock me there and stuff.
Nobody know that.
Nobody know that. 12:30.
Too early, man.
Phone call, ring. Come here, Warren at clock. And I'm like, Mom, the party's just started. I care. She finished me. And that time, yeah, I'm like, I'm saying to my friends, like, party sweet. I got to go home now. I got to get on the bus. So I'm like, all right, then, what am I going to do? Am I going to stay at the party and take the cussing? I'm going to go home and peace in my house. I decided to take cussing.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I decided to take the cussing because I'm like, and I got home, the bus stopped running, the this and one
lies.
whole heap of stories. So I know these tricks, you understand?
Yeah.
I was sneaky. I was sneaky little one back in the day because I couldn't talk to my mom about bare stuff because the dynamics with my relationship with my parents in terms of I grew up with my father from I was 3 years old until I was like 13 and then coming to England living with my mom and my sister. So everything's changed, you know what I mean? And growing up with a stepmom, which was, I think that's what I mean, a therapy. But anyways, that's another story.
Therapy is good. We're not against therapy. All right, so your experience with your eldest now, and you, even though your son isn't with you, who is your eldest? And he's what, 18 now?
Yeah.
You've had other older children because your youngest ones are what, 10 and 8,
10 and
right?
8, yeah.
What is this that they say now that you can't be your child's friend? Like, what do you get from that?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, because I am my children's friend, and I want them to see me as their best friend, but at the end of the day, I'm still their parent. I parent, in a very strict way, but yet still I try to, not let them be afraid of me, because I want them to feel like they can be forthcoming and come to me and speak to me about, anything. That's why I always tell my kids, you tell me a lie, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Tell me the truth and it's be okay.
Yeah.
I will defend you or I'll scold you and I'll say, listen, don't do that again.
Yeah.
But the moment you tell me a lie, then we have a problem. So I try to say, to be that relaxed parent at times because I feel like they think daddy is the more relaxed parent and mommy is the one that we can't really go to, because their dad let them get away with everything. And mommy can be the devil. So they know when mommy's coming in, the household stops.
Yeah.
Everything has to be tidy up. They stop playing. Then when mommy's gone again, they turn the house upside down, and their dad thrives on that, so it's just like my eldest, now he felt like, he had to go because, he couldn't see me as, the parent that he can talk to or relate to. Now he's come back all these years and here I am still in the same relationship, have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, we have a great family home. And I know, even though he don't say it to me, I can see where he feels that he's missed out on so much. And I see that he feels like, he wants to come back in, but he doesn't know how to, And I tell him, your room's still there. Everything is still there. Nothing has changed. You always be my son. You can come back, Uncle's there. I'm there. Your brother and sister there. They are thriving. They are eager for you to come and be that big brother again, but it's a lot. So much has happened. So it's broken down, a lot. But I feel maybe one day.
He's getting older only, in it, because we never thought he would get to this place where he's even come back round in this way, because it's been a long time. It's been a long time. That's what you think about being your child's friend. But wait, because when they say you can't be your child's friend, I don't get it. I
think it probably depends on. So I think it probably depends, because as Rochelle said, you want them to be friends with you where they can tell you things and open up to you, but not in a disrespectful way where they can like talk to you any way like they think that you and them is size. Do you know what I mean? It's having that respect, that boundary. If you know, say you can come to me and talk to me about anything, and I will be there for you. I will support you. Do you know what I mean? I will ride for you. It's like the other day, my second born, he's the boy child. Like I always say, me and him have a really good relationship because I think he understands me a lot more.
Oh, it's like my CJ.
He understands.
My
our
second
CJ.
child,
He
our
understands.
CJ.
I swear to God, like if me and the oldest one will be having an argument, he will come and be like, "You big one, stop. Just give mommy a break. Leave her alone.
Oh,
let her breathe a little bit. You know what I mean?" And the other day, he said, "Oh, can I go somewhere?" So I allowed him to go. He said, 2 o'clock he'll come home. And then afterwards,
What
he
you say
said,
no?
In the morning
There's
or
no-
afternoon?
morning, no.
Oh, guys, we just stress right all little while. What you say?
No, 2 o'clock. He wanted to go swimming, so he went out. 2 o'clock, he said he'd come home, and then he called me and said, "Oh, mom, my friends have just come. Can I stay a little bit longer? I'll be back at 4." So I'm like, "All right then," because if he booked the 9 o'clock slot, his friends have never came till 11, 12 o'clock. So I was like, "All right then, come back 4." Then like 4:45, yeah, he's calling me. "Oh, mom, I left the keys at swimming. I had to go back." I said, "Boy, come in your yard." No. I said, when he came home, I'm like, "Listen, you don't know these streets. Do you understand? You don't know how to tell a lie, so don't bother trying to tell a lie." Instantly, I knew he was lying.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Because that way you're going to break that trust, that
That you have.
relationship that me and you have worked so hard for. Do you understand? Because I'm trying to make sure that I'm the best parent that I can be, even though sometimes I feel like I'm failing at it. You understand? Where I want them to be friends, but have respect for me and come and tell me stuff. Don't lie to me. I know you that well to the point where I know if you tell a lie. And he couldn't believe it. Like, I knew he was lying. It's like, "I'm sorry, mom, I won't tell a lie."
We were 14
I
and
said,
15
brother,
once.
I was your age. One time, I know every trick in the book as much as you see me how I am. I know. All
Accident.
these stories happen. Every single story could have happened under the sun happened in my life growing up when I had to go home when I didn't want to go home. So that's why I try to do things differently from how I grew up. Do you understand? I want my kids to be friends with me, but have respect for me. Whereas I couldn't say I was friends with my mom. I couldn't say I'm friends with my dad.
yeah.
We're just building that relationship with each other now. And when I say that to my mom as an adult, she kind of gets
Defensive.
offensive. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm saying like, I couldn't talk to you then. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know you like that then. And I have resentment issues in the sense that, because I said, "Oh, why did you let me stay with my dad when I was little with this mad, crazy stepmother that I had, but you kept my sister?" And all of these things happened to
Trauma.
me and my trauma. And I'm trying not to project my trauma on my children and trying to parent them differently or raise them differently. And a lot of the times, some of the things that's happened to me, I kind of like put it out on them, if that makes sense, like in a sense that how I felt, and I'm thinking, shit, I don't want my child to feel like that, but yet still I'm doing the things
Yeah.
and then, do you know what I mean? So it can be difficult, but I want them to be friends with me, but have respect.
Of course.
Come to me and talk to me about anything with them, anything. Don't lie to me, as you say. If you lie to me, we have problems. I bet you tell me the truth, and I'll be annoyed, but I'm not gonna bust you up. But
Yeah.
when you lie, that's when you build problems, because that's where the problem is. Because I'm not gonna trust you. I'm not gonna send you nowhere. I'm not gonna let you do nothing because I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
It's a bit like with my stepkids, isn't it? Because I've got older stepkids, and in our household, we're very, very relaxed with them because it's the world that we live in now, and the community, is so different, and we don't want them to grow our children. So I'm very close to my stepchildren. We're very relaxed. We have an open relationship. They can call me, talk to me about anything, anytime. Mom this, mom that. If they want to have a drink, we'll drink together. Let them drunk and vomit and let us see your
What do
capabilities.
you think about partying with your kids?
Oh no, that is
part of it.
never gonna happen.
Do you know what? Before I used to feel all right with it, but you see, like yesterday, when we were gonna go to this breakfast party, Cassandra said, "Oh, now Tasia wants." I said, "No. It's like I've got the ick now with these younger people wanting to come out with us, and it's like we need
My
a
stepdaughter
break.
always want to come out with me and be like, "Where you going? Go sit down."
Yeah, no, I'm not about. I
not
used
like
to be
that.
okay because the way I grew up. Well, I didn't even grow up, but my cousins, they party. Like my aunties, we party with them when we're in Jamaica. If we're doing carnival, that's how my cousins were raised because I wasn't there. So like my cousins in Jamaica, 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, when we're going out. Even last year, was it last year I went carnival? Yeah, last year when I done carnival in Jamaica, my aunties are there and they're 60s and we're 30s. Do you understand? And we're all partying together. We're all like, my cousins don't go out with friends, they go out with their mums. Yeah.
We don't go out with our mums.
And we don't go out with our mums, right?
No.
So for me, that was okay. But I think something clicked in me last night when he said, "Oh yeah, now Tasia wants to come." And I'm like, yeah, no. When we want to bust blank and put up gun fingers tomorrow, I do not need my little niecey.
Oh, back it up. You're thinking yet? Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, so it's. But for safety, I would rather them be with us than be outside with a bunch of friends. Yeah. I'd rather know that they're going out with us and they're enjoying themselves and we're taking them back home than them being on the road, because these young people are a little bit iffy. But I don't know how. I'm still in between. Still in between. Rochelle's always been no. Rochelle's always been no.
Christenings, birthday parties, family stuff, but we're not raving. No.
It's like Rochelle's mom used to want to come places that we're going with her. She was like, I'm not partying with my mom. And I'm like, my mom don't go parties with me.
She said, Cass, I want party, you know. Shamika, if I want party, come here, come out of party.
Yeah, that's his family gathering. She can come to my party. She comes there, but she not going raving with us. No.
See, Auntie Rosie in the car with fear like a booby and Rochelle in that.
Drink and a bubble. No.
I don't know how I feel about it. I'm still in between. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with that.
Some parents do it.
Papas, tell us what you think about your child raving with you, or you being your child's raving partner, or your child coming out with you and your friends because it's much safer. Like, let us know what you think about children raving with mums or dads. I don't know. Maybe boys with dads are okay, but girls with mums
like,
are.
You think when they're 25?
My partner would rave. My partner would go out with these boys.
See, that's what do we call this one? A bias.
It's a bit double standard.
Yeah, there's double standards with that. I don't. It's like Rochelle just said earlier as well. It's all right for the boys that have a girlfriend at 15, but these girls can't have a boyfriend. And I'm like, that's double standards. Yeah, it's double standards.
It is double standard, but you know what it is? You see, girls, they're easy to label girls and put a stigma on them. Do you understand? So I feel like we've got to protect our girls.
But would you rather them be going out with their little friends that you don't know who they're going out with, drinking, going wild? Or
this is where it comes from inside of our home, because we school them, we educate them. You understand? If we make them very knowledgeable to know the rights and the wrongs and the do's and the don't, because listen, it doesn't take one person to raise a child. It's a community. And we together has such a good and strong bonding. Like, we can parent our children. Yeah, so collectively, we can say, Sham, Cass, Sim, whoever, what do you think about this?
Just like we just had the family meeting in there. Where we're like, oh, this one went on a date, and they're all looking like, oh my God, why are you telling my business?
Exactly.
Yeah, we're going to know.
Yeah. So we're gonna school our children.
Got told off just now?
Yeah, because she's saying.
Yeah, she needs to know that we're all involved.
No.
I'm saying, so what? So what?
Bring your mic closer.
Listen. For us, we got to protect them, because if we don't protect our girl child, no one else is gonna protect them. Exactly. You understand? And out there it's a stigma. Boys will go out there really recording them, peer pressure and telling them to do things where it's out of the way and it's not normal. I'm scared. Then if they want to go in, later on in a different, a certain type of jobs or certain type of career field, then those things could turn around and haunt you. And this is what we don't want for our girls. So we've got to protect them. Whereas the boys, we're not saying that we're pushing them out there. But the boys, are not so vulnerable. Some of them are, don't get me wrong. Because, you have some boy, they might idiots. Them fools.
It's a double standard with boys. I think we've really got to look at the child as an individual.
Yeah, but as an individual. Talking of my experience, I have strong boys. I don't have no weak fence around here.
I don't know.
So I can trust and believe that they won't be easily led. They will not be influenced.
Hey, you know what I worry about? Because my daughter, she primarily grew up in Croydon, right? In New Addington. And she always said, oh, Mum, this is so boring living up here. And then now we've moved to Bromley. This child really wants to go live in the city. So for her, she's going to get an apartment in the city.
Because she's a city
girl.
When
I think about this city girl life, I'm thinking, that's pubs at night. That's clubs at night. That's her little corporate friends.
Yeah, but Sham.
Yeah, hanging out after work and doing ecstasy,
cocaine. No.
I don't know. Like, I'm scared, blood. I'm scared.
We don't have vulnerable girls.
I don't, because she feels like, I feel like she just wants to break free from the suburban life.
She wants to have a city life.
She said, Mom, city life is those girls doing.
Not all girls.
Like, no, they're in the club on the tabletops. I'm telling you,
she ain't gonna
be that girl.
High on cocaine.
She's gonna be the
sniffing in the toilet like Whitney
Our
Houston.
daughters are what? 2 days apart. Very similar traits. They're not gonna be.
I don't want her in the city. I'm gonna tell you that much. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with suburban life. They be in the suburbs. Be quiet. And she's already telling me from 10 years old, that she's gonna go live in the city. She's like, Mum, it's so exciting down here.
Yeah.
We're driving through Chelsea the other day, and she was like, look at all those buildings. Like, I want to live on one of them.
She loves
and I'm
it.
like,
The sky life.
imagine I took you to the suburbs. Like, you're in Bickley. Life is just like, I can't see anyone there. There's no one around. Why do I want to live where there's no one around? And I
Yeah.
worry about these things going forward. These are the things that I worry about her and the choices. The boys, fine.
See?
With
Double
pe-
standard now?
No,
Boys,
they're fine. No, they
Yeah.
are fine because they accept it. It's her that I'm worried about. Her as an individual. When I say about that friendship thing, I feel like when people say they're not your friends, it's when the kids get a little bit lippy
Mm-hmm.
and forget about the boundaries
Yeah.
Yes.
The
that
respect, you know.
that apply when they're talking to their mother. So I will say something to them and they will probably run their mouth and then they get in trouble and then they'll say, but I was like, yeah, no, you talk to your little friends like that. You don't talk to me like that. Do you understand? It's about reapplying that boundary so they know you adjust your tone, you adjust the words that's coming out your mouth because I'm not your little friend.
Yeah.
You when I say something, you don't, oh yeah, whatever.
What?
Fix
You know,
up your
because
own-
we might be a little bit laid back, but we can sit for real quick,
Real
real quick.
We just give
Let
them the
me-
eye.
yeah,
You better know how
just
to move
Yeah, you need to be able to adjust your tone
Yes.
accordingly.
and your words
Mm-hmm.
depending on where you are.
Of course.
You don't talk to teachers like that. You don't talk to grandparents like that. You don't talk to parents like that. You don't talk to aunties like that. When you sit down with your little friends, you can run your little mouth
Yeah.
and use your little slang. We're not doing slangs at home.
No.
No.
Do you understand? So that's how they can talk to me about whatever and anything. Like my son had a whole crash out on Tuesday night. And the crash out was so cute. I was so impressed with his little crash out.
Yes.
He even stormed up the stairs. He stormed his way up the stairs.
But he was crashing out for a good
But he
reason.
was crashing out for a good reason, right?
Yes.
But it wasn't a rude crash out. He wasn't shouting. He wasn't being disrespectful.
He was becoming a young adult.
His tone was
Yeah.
very level. He was articulating himself,
Mm-hmm.
and I was lost for words.
Mm-mm.
I didn't even realize
that's
it was a crash
rare.
out. Yeah.
Hey, what do you
That's
say?
rare for you
Sham?
to get lost for words.
Mum,
Well,
you're not
no, he-
shamming right
he
now.
Said, he said, I'm not being Shamika right now. Not being very Shamika, and he's proper stern and assertive when he's saying it. And I'm sitting there like,
My boy.
Lost for words.
because I'm enjoying this little crash out. And he's like, and his eyebrows are down, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be 18, and I don't have a plan for my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a plan for his life. I didn't have an answer for him. But the way he was so articulate in the way he was expressing and crashing,
It was
I
very
was
forthcoming.
impressed.
Yes.
I was impressed with my boy. He could tell me how he was feeling in a way that will get me to understand, get me to take action without being disrespectful and without holding it in.
And that's just showing your parenting skills right there. This is what I have produced.
I want you
This
to talk
is
to
what-
me.
Right, exactly.
And you
we
know
don't
what?
want our kids to feel like, oh, they can't speak.
And he knows that when he talks, I'm gonna listen. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's I've got a niece. It's the same thing with her. But guess what? She's coming from a whole different place where she feels like she can't talk. So I'm having to get her to unlearn that. And we had a whole family meeting yesterday. She crashed out at the end, but she wanted to crash out in the middle of it. And I was like, if you feel a certain kind of way, you come to me. Oh, but no one ever understands me. Okay, that was the past. What we're gonna do is get you to a place where you feel like, if you feel like that, come and say it to me instead of going to say it to your friends. And in the middle of that, I'm like, yeah, keep my name out your mouth. Keep my name out your mouth, yeah? And my son was there recording it. I was like, yeah, keep my name out your mouth. Don't be talking things on my name that ain't true. And she's just standing there looking at me like, is this a crash out moment or not? Should I be disrespectful or should I not? Is she doing this with love or is she trying to attack me? Like, she was so confused in the midst of it. And then she realized that even though we're having conflict, it doesn't mean that we need to be disrespectful.
Exactly.
Even though you may not like what I'm talking to you about, it doesn't mean it's a time for you to scream and shout. She did end up screaming and shouting, but it wasn't to me. It was to my daughter and to her cousin
To
or whatever. And to herself. Do you understand? And even after she screamed and shout, the bounce back was real because even though you're upset, I'm going to come and open your room door and ask you for something else because guess what? We don't do malice.
No.
Yeah.
We ain't doing no malice
We
thing
said
in
what
our
we
house.
said. And we're moving on.
Right, but that's it. Let's keep it moving. Like the next morning, I was up and I was like, "Can I get a wig?" Yeah, I need a wig because I'm going out. And she was like, "Oh, auntie, you can have the blonde ash blonde." I said, "No, we're not doing that." And then I stole her eyelashes from her room, What else did I steal? I stole something else this month. And even my daughter, she was like, oh, what did she say when you went and got asked her for the wig? And I'm like, what do you
What can she
mean?
say?
What's she gonna say?
Wig.
Like,
Send it
I run
right
this
now.
household. What do you mean? What? Malice me? Be vexed with me? You're mad. You better bounce back real quick. Yo, I'll say what I need to say. I will keep it moving. The same with my son. Crashed out next morning. Did what he needed me to do. By midday, we're best friends again. So that is it. In households, you need to be able to lay the law when you need to. Bounce back from that, and we're doing it with love.
Of course.
And let's keep it moving. You are not going anywhere. We are going to work this out. Don't know about that with relationships though, but yeah. With my parents in school, I gotta love them unconditionally. I ain't gotta love nobody's son unconditionally, especially when you are causing me problems. Yeah, sorry, that was my trauma speaking.
Well, I ain't got no trauma in that sense. Right now, parenting is great.
Parent for now.
For now, it's
Yeah.
very good.
To my godson, call me again.
Do you know what? I'm just that
Tell
stern
Cassandra what
mum.
happened.
No, I'm just that stern mum, and I lay down the law, and that's it.
That's it.
Sometimes you just got to tell them, love them, but you've got to tell them how it is. You might not like it, but I'm not your friend when it's
Be
when I'm laying
cool
down
to
the
be
law.
kind,
Yeah,
innit?
exactly. That's
Well,
just what
sometimes
it
we
is.
gotta be gentle when we're laying the law. All right, we gotta lay the law with love.
And I always late with love.
Yeah.
Just my love. My
Yeah.
style.
Tough love.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what's the good thing about when he's got one mum or two mums or three mums? And what was great about that situation is that he may not have been happy with how his mum handled it, but he knew that he could come to his other mum to express how he was feeling. And even when he came to his other mum with that situation, his other mum told him, go and speak to your mum.
Yeah.
Like I gave him the words and I gave him the confidence to go and speak to his mum. And he said, you know what? I'll speak to her, but not today. Maybe when I calm down.
And
I never said nothing to mum number one. And the next day he went to mum number one without even any prompting from me. I just left it where it was because that's his mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what we're not gonna do is badmouth your mother and make you feel like you can always come and tell me these things. You better come when you're coming to me about a problem. You better come to me with using a STAR technique. Okay, son. We need the situation. We need the task. We need your actions, and we're going to need to know what the results are that you're looking for. You understand? So he told me the situation. We discussed what the task was, and he told me what his action was going to be, and we left it there. The next day, the only thing I got was a message from first mum number one, to say, no, actually, I got a message from him first with a screenshot of his response from mum number one, and he said to me, oh, mum, number two, because I'm mum too, right? He said, oh, it weren't as bad as I thought. I said, whoa, mum number one handled this.
No, because they both expect me to crash out, and be the
Listen,
bitch.
I wasn't I wasn't too confident in what would happen then, but you get me? It was a test for mum number one because she is tough.
Yes.
She is a tough little cookie. And then later on in the day, I see mum number one texting me and she was like, oh my God, your godson said that, he spoke to you yesterday and I'm so glad. And I'm like, you handled it because the results, so we're at R in the STAR technique, the results were that he did go to his mother, that was the action he had, and expressed himself, and mum was reciprocative of it.
Of course.
Yeah. She accepted what he was saying. She reassured him that she never meant what he felt she meant. She acknowledged his feelings, and it made him feel good. And I think that is so important in parenting when you listen. And I think that I learned that as well from like the work that I do now, because the voice of the child is so important. And I say that to everyone. They'll be like, why you keep it's the voice of the child, because half the time us Jamaicans, you get to shut your mouth, you're a child, don't say nothing. What?
No. That's it. Yeah, it goes back to what I'm saying. I don't call down my children. You know, I teach them to be very vocal. You don't like something, say it. You're not happy, say it.
Yeah.
You know, whether to me, anyone, doesn't matter who the person is. And I don't practice to question my kids. If I send them to you or Sham or wherever
That
they
is
go,
the thing as well.
I don't question my kids. Let them feel free to come home and say, Mom, you know, I had a great day, or this happened to Auntie Sham, or that happened to Auntie Kev. You know, let them be vocal to me. I don't believe, because you see, when you start to question the kids, that's when they tell lies.
They can't make up.
And
They calculate. They're taking receipts. Everything that's happening, they're calculating receipts that, oh, when I go home, I gotta tell my mum about that.
Yeah,
I gotta tell my mum about that. We're not doing that
we're not
gossiping
doing that.
thing.
No.
If I send you there, you handle what you handle. However, you must know if you're being mistreated
Of course.
to be able to come home and tell me something. Because if I need to safeguard you from going there,
Then
we're
that's
gonna
to
safeguard
safeguard
you.
you, of
If I need to
course.
punch someone in their face,
We're going to punch them in the face. No question.
that is it. So they know when punching needs to happen or when they just need to share something, and also share with us the actions that they took as well. Because we're not always going to be there.
Yeah.
So how did you manage that situation? One of my friends, kid, whether it be yours, Rush B, or you, Cassidy, come on my yard, and then mother have to call me and tell me that something happened, that they didn't come to my room door and knock and tell me that this happened. I am very mad. Because if I'm the adult in the house and you didn't feel safe enough to come and tell me that something's happening between you and another young person for me to handle it, I should be the one calling your mum.
Yeah.
So then, you know what? Your pinny can't come back on me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It can't come back. No. That's a mix up. No. That is problem.
Yeah.
That whatever you're feeding into your child for them to come and whoos to you about my house, I don't want them around, innit?
Yes.
They need to be, when they come to my house, I am now mother.
Yeah. You're a child.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you come to me if you've got a problem. That's how we parent all our kids around us. Like right now we're here, we're meant to be cutting cake, but we're doing podcasts. But Kieran understands, Godson understands. He's got 2 godmothers here and an auntie. He understands, yeah?
That's good.
But with parenting now, I think the friendship thing is important, yeah? Transparency is important. And I think also once they're of age, for them to understand certain things about relationships, it's important that we have those conversations. It might not be formal conversations, but informal conversations to say, you know what, this is what happened, but this is what we're doing now. And I remember there's couple teachers, there was one specific teacher at my son's school when the breakup happened, and you know the school knew about it, and she said, oh, you know what, it's important for kids to see reconciliation when we did get back together, because it's important for them to see reconciliation, but it's also important for them to understand when there's no reconciliation that can happen, and we must move on. Yeah, we must move on for the betterment of them. And I think with my kids, they can see where me moving on has been for their benefit, and not, even if I did have a new relationship going. And I think that's probably their worst nightmare, me having a baby, and I don't know. They haven't experienced that because it's just the 3 of them still for the one partner. So I haven't experienced the, look, but they're probably feeling a certain kind of way because of this or because of that. But I think when they think about it, it's like, yeah, mom can't be having no other kid. And I'm just like, you know, wait till I remarry and have another baby. You're going to be sick of me. But,
you know, sometimes it's not even about having another kid for another man, because like, for instance, like my 2, same mom, same dad, but sometimes there's still jealousy between them.
Honestly,
they're still jealous because CJ will be like, oh mom,
oh yeah,
dad
he does
Shay, and it's all about the princess and your princess. No, but you are our, you know, you are our little.
Listen, my big son was like that with his little
there's
sister.
Still jealousy in them.
It was 2 boys and 1 girl. So the girl would get all the kissing up and all the hugging. So when the son, I remember he said this to me as well. But again, it's the voice of the child. Listen. You see, if we listen to these kids and adjust accordingly, because they're all so different, yeah? On a Sunday, that was Daddy's day. They used to all go down to their grandma's house where their dad was. And I would fling on tutu top and a pants and put your little trainers on and go about your business. See when it came on to Princess? Hey, you're well slick up.
Dress up nice.
Because guess what? When Daddy sees her, he needs to say, ooh! Because you know what? A man looks at their daughter as... Yeah, they need to see beauty. They don't want to see them looking rough. Whereas the boys, I felt like it wasn't important for me to go all out with the boys. But Princess had to be in little fluffy dresses. Hair had to be done. Earring in ears. All of that. So when Daddy sees her, he wants to take videos of her. And I remember my eldest son, this little boy, you know, he's so much. He said to me, every time we're going down to Dad, you dress up Tiami, but you don't care about what we wear. You tell us to go put something on.
Oh dear.
That was enough for me to put effort into them as well. You're gonna go see your dad, because as a boy I was thinking you're fine.
You don't matter.
But I was so fussy about the little sister. She's what? 17. She's 11. He's 6-7 years older than her. But it wasn't okay for him because he wanted his dad's admiration. He wanted his dad's,
You
ooh,
wanted that
look at my
picture
son.
and all of that too.
That in no business border. Because them man in no business border.
Yeah,
So they
it's
could
not
have
about their
favor.
daughters.
They could have
Right.
looked like them up on the gully bank. They could be on the gully side in Jamaica. But when it comes out to their little princess, it's a man's thing, right?
Of course, like my partner, my daughter is everything.
Yeah,
Listen,
same,
if you want
same.
him to hate you, just make one little strand punch head hertar. Him not
Same.
like you instantly. Because that is like his mother reborn. Because she was born on his mom's birthday, you know, and it's like that is his mom there. She's his little Miss Bev and she's his everything. So it's like I'm very cautious with her where I send her, who she goes around with, because me not want to eat somebody.
With that now, what your son is saying is, you lot are giving her preferential treatment.
It's not that. Look at us yesterday. Princess wanted seafood, boy. Princess got. Oh, so what about me
See,
then?
that's what that is. What I'm saying. So you've got to hear that somewhere. You need to channel into that, so that he doesn't feel that way or he sees something different.
But you know what it is? Is listen, we love our children equally.
You think you
know what is
you're
what he
projecting that.
sees.
That's
Yeah,
it.
is
So
what
again,
he
it's not
sees.
about you, it's about what he
Of
sees.
course,
So how do you
100%.
push
So
out-
we assure him.
how do you put out
understand?
the extra effort to make sure he doesn't ever compare himself?
They will always do.
My
But
kids don't, you know.
But we assure him to say, listen, CJ, it's not that because Princess won it, Princess got it. She asked for it.
Yeah,
you
if
didn't.
you had
if you
asked
had
for it,
asked for
you'd
it,
have
then
got it.
you would have got
Those
it.
conversations are important.
Yes,
so
and
it's
this is what I
only
had
if
with him.
yeah.
And I'm saying to him, right, you didn't ask for it though.
Yeah.
She did. So now you're saying, oh, because no, if you had asked for it, you'd
and
have got
it's
it.
only if you ask for it and you don't get it, then you can
that
talk.
becomes a problem.
Yeah, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Don't make this little thing.
Because don't make an issue. Because
Don't
when
make
when
it
night
one
when
of
in
them.
the nighttime come, he'll wait up for his dad. He don't go to bed. He'll wait up for him, and his dad will call him. Yo, you want something to eat?
and
and he will
bring
get
it.
it.
The same, but
You understand? But
it's
at that
little jealousy,
moment,
we've got to
yeah,
nip it in the
nip the
bud
bud.
from early so that they see it from a different perspective. Because
Yeah.
it's natural to feel like that
Of course.
when something's happening. But you've got to nip the jealousy in the bud. Everyone gets individualized in a certain kind of way, and they've always had that from growing up. So when they would say to me, sometimes they do this little petty thing, Mom, who is your favorite? I don't like not one hour. Not,
Yeah.
what you think?
Lies.
You think I would have a favorite? What? I like me. And if it wasn't,
Exactly.
if I didn't have any of you, I would be living my best life. Bali, Maldives.
Oh,
Everything, everything.
girl.
I would have a
Good
new
life.
Gucci bag every single day. I would be living
Listen.
my best life. So I don't understand why you keep asking me about which one of you. I don't have a favorite. I don't like
But
any
boy,
of
these
you.
kids are expensive. Oh,
They are
God.
very expensive.
Very expensive.
How much?
Listen.
3 and 4. We have 4.
Hey.
Even the 4th, yeah, the older one, she's an adult. I still feel like my 4.
She's still a
Yeah,
child.
she's a
And
child.
then-
She's only
and
just
I'm
I don't
saying
know.
like, alright then, she goes out and she buys most expensive things, do ear, do nails, do them something, and I'm thinking, bro, you need to make sure you're saving your money because boom boom, I'm not gonna support you for the rest of your life. You understand me? Now you're 18. This is me doing something as a like I'm doing it out of love for you. and
Listen,
stuff
Cassie,
like that.
when she get old, you still a support her because me a big old woman and my mom still
But
a
you
do
tell
for
me, Sammy can do it like she
Yes,
says
you
to me,
can.
Oh, you can go do your nails. You can go do your hair. I say, when I go do all of that, how the roof stay over your head? How the water stay on? How the lights stay on? Do you understand me? You know, like them look at things, and I'm thinking like my priority and your priorities
Are
is
very different.
She's like, well, I don't have any children, so I can do this and I can do that. I said, but like, if I never had none of you, I'll be living my best life, going all
But
about
make
the
she
place.
enjoy it now.
I said, enjoy your
Yeah.
life. Don't be no rush to want to have
And
no
she
kids.
still need to save her
And
money.
She need to save her. No, that girl is mice. She has save her.
Good.
Aggressive.
Come to think of it, a long time Jackie haven't done anything for me. You know, I'm gonna have to give her a call tomorrow.
Well,
Remember that call.
Rosie,
no.
no, don't say that.
No, in
Don't
terms
say
of
that.
doing for me as an adult, Jackie really supports me in business and in everything
In
else.
everything.
But I miss the days when she would buy me a new shoes or a ticket to Jamaica. She buy but first ticket when me I go back down in 2009.
Nice.
That was when, and I was what, 23, I think. But it's been a while, Miss Jackie. I'm gonna
Me-
need a new phone or
listen,
something.
When I don't need anything, Mom,
No,
I think
my
I need a
birthday's
nail
coming
too.
up. I'm gonna need.
something nice, something big. We'll have a think.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my son though, I know that he's I don't know what is wrong with him. He can't wait to be supporting himself.
I don't understand why you in a rush for support yourself.
Listen,
Enjoy
I
getting
like
the
it.
free money.
I like
Listen,
it.
they just
I
look
don't
at
want
us
it
and
for my
thinking,
knee.
oh, they just want to go out there and they want to live and they want the good things and they want to do this
Yeah,
and
it's not
travel.
a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a
but
bad
yeah,
thing.
it's just we are their inspiration.
We
innit?
love it.
And
We
they
love it.
admire us because they want that life.
Because
And they
it
want to
could be
do
the
it.
contrary where they're saying, oh, every time I ask her for something, she's moaning, so I just want to go make my own.
Yeah.
It's not even that. They're saying, Mum, you've done enough.
Yep.
I want to do for myself now. And that's admirable. Like,
Because
yeah.
we're teaching our kids, like, listen, you don't have to go out there and hit the streets and get what you want. Because if they want
It can
something,
happen.
we
can
give
do
it to
it.
them. So we're showing them, like, don't let no one fool up your head. Don't let you see because you see someone with the money or the shoes or the bag or the car. Don't be, listen,
used to that.
don't be jealous of what you see someone else have.
I
Want
always
your
say that.
own.
I always say
Don't
that
be
to
red
them.
eye. Like
Yeah.
your own things.
Exactly.
Because if you want something, we make it happen. One way or the other, we make it happen. And we always be on the phone to each other. Like,
It's the
"Rah,
value, man.
you know, CJ, Tiami, Devontae, you know, whoever,
Like your own
Kiran,
things,
they,
your
you
own
know,
company.
somebody, we always there to uplift each other, you know, carry each other in the ups and the downs, and we parent all our children.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
You know,
I think
it's
having
just-
a village as well, because
It's
we're
important.
we're very much like a village.
Yeah.
Like all the kids, we might not see all of them at the same time. Like, but whenever we have parties, one set might be missing, but they all know us. And this support circle that we have going
It's
is
good.
everything. Like all the kids that live here in this house, like they all know where to find us. I've got to book in dates and time with Miss Talicia for our one-to-one sessions. Yeah, her mum is sick of us. Like now I'm here doing this podcast. She's vexed because I could be in her room having her therapy session, and I've had to say, you know, we gotta do this by FaceTime, Tal, because when I come there, it's the podcast. So, the village, the community, having good friends, these kids that respect you, it really helps with parenting. Having your parents around or your family around to seek advice. My kids, they know I'm scandalous. So the minute they do nothing, I'm calling everyone to tell them. They're
And
just,
then they get embarrassed.
yeah, they're screwing me up. Like, what? Yeah. What do you think? I was going to keep it a secret? They're going to know.
No, you know, they like when we call each other on the phone or on the car phone. Yes, they can hear the business.
Oh, no, they like to hear our business,
Business.
yeah? Like, my son used to say to me, Mum, when the phone rings, he'll be like, don't tell him I'm in the car. I said, as soon as I answer the phone, Trayvon's in the car with me. Because he wants to hear adult business. But no, the minute if they get in trouble at school, if they get anything, like, it's scandalous behavior because everyone's going to be disappointed. And you're not going to just hear it from me like I'm just nagging you. Your grandma's going to call you. Your auntie's going to call you. Everyone's going to call you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. So having a village, this earring is annoying me and it's not going back in. I'm sorry, guys. Poppers, you're going to have to pop without my earring. We're doing it with one. Yeah. When you have a village, it makes parenting easier.
does.
Like, I am a mother of 3, 2 boys, 1 girl, 18 to be, all right, 17, 15, and 11. Rush, what is
I'm
your
a parent of 3, 18, 10, and 8.
Almost 19, 14, 9, and 7.
How much being that?
Now 4.
Oh, wow.
What?
Sorry.
1, 2, 3.
Sounded like
Yeah,
15.
but I got a lot. I got a lot.
There's
more.
10 kids between us sitting
a
here,
lot.
but
That's a lot of kids. Imagine, like, if they're all here right now, that's already almost 10 children. All right? It is 10.
It is
It is 10. Yeah? Not to mention the ones that
I
live
You
here.
didn't mention,
And we
yeah.
have got a really, really big group of friends. Like, I remember Boxing Day, there was about 22 kids at my house on
That was
Boxing
a
Day.
lot. Yeah.
And it wasn't even a lot of adults. It was 22 children between us with babies. We're talking about different age groups. So we all have to be involved in each other's lives. And I'm glad that we have each other. You know?
I am, because you know what? If tomorrow morning anything happens to any of us,
You'll be safe.
we know our children
Yeah.
will always be good.
And we're all
that,
godmothers
yeah,
to at least one or so.
of the
And
children.
even if we're not godmothers to them,
Yeah,
they
auntie
still
to them
know.
forever.
This godmother thing is a problem though, you know, because when we're godmother for one you and not for the next one, that one then shows up, it's
Disappear.
my godmother. So
And
then we
look
have
at
to
the
adopt.
results.
We have to adopt the other one that we're not godmother to because it is making them feel left out. So be careful with the godmother
CJ.
thing. Yeah, I gotta adopt Shay
He feels
Shay.
prevalent. Like,
Yeah.
Shay Shay is my godmother.
No. So
Like,
when I
hello?
see Shay Shay, I gotta big her up, give her hugs and everything, so she don't feel like
But
Oh,
we
because
use
it's his
as
godmother.
godmothers as well, because like, oh,
I'm the
better
favourite.
godmother, you're the better
Obviously, I am the
godmother, like,
favorito. I'm
I
the
am the
favorito.
favorite,
Right
yeah.
now, we're gonna go do the cake and that for my godson, who's
My
turned
godson.
12. Yeah,
Oh, I made the
I
cake.
am favorito
you.
godmother.
Did
Okay.
you see the letter I got yesterday? That
What
was
letter?
posted on my
The post on
WhatsApp
WhatsApp,
status.
did you see?
Don't
You
don't
are
don't
a
upset
girl.
me.
Yes.
Go what?
Yeah,
Do you
you
mean?
never
What
see
You
it.
never
letter? What
see it?
no.
Go look
I ain't
on
been on my
WhatsApp.
what? Don't
Go look.
upset.
Nene
Tamar,
wrote me a letter. Let
listen.
me tell you,
All right, here we are. Papa,
no, we ain't gonna cut
excuse me,
nothing.
excuse
We ain't
me.
gonna
Cut,
cut nothing.
cut. We're
No,
closing off.
no,
Yeah,
let me
let's go.
finish.
I need to go talk to him about this.
Oh,
letter.
no,
But this
it
letter-
was so cute, honestly. Kieran
What do you
sent,
mean a letter?
Yeah, he
Nene.
said.
All
right, we're not gonna
Nene-
get in-
Hold on, Nene wrote
Listen,
his her
hello,
mum
hello,
a letter,
hello, hello,
and
hello.
Kieran had to either send a letter, reassured his godmother that look, you are that mother, you know, and he loves her, and you know, honestly, it was so touching.
Yep.
You know, and this is that shows you the love that we have, that the children have.
Oh, so it
for
wasn't
mothers
about the
that
godmother ship. It wasn't about
It
me as the
was.
best.
It was.
What did he say? You were the best.
Yes.
Did you not?
Go and have a look.
What a fun.
You know what, guys?
I'm
It's been
classification.
great. You know, Shammy B, you're not closing.
No.
This is Shammy B, your host. I'm Russia B, Cassidy. It's been great, guys. Peace out.
Bye.